Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Kotar and we're just gonna jump right on in. So today's video is gonna be like a really simple video. As you can see by the title, we're just going to be basically I'm going to be showing you how I clean my brushes. As you can tell, I have the most basic makeup look ever. This is literally the most natural. I get just brows, gloss, and a little bronzer and blush, and that's it and everything. But yeah, we're just gonna be cleaning brushes today, and that's it. I cannot tell you guys how much I dislike cleaning my brushes. I cannot wait for the day that I become successful. I'm counting down the days that I become successful where I can hire a personal assistant who will clean all my brushes for me every week. It is such a hassle. It's just annoying. Literally, it's the most annoyingest thing ever, but it's also I don't know about you guys, but whenever I clean my brushes and then they dry off and I give them a day or 2 or 3 to rest off and dry off and all of that, whenever I pick it up again and it just so feathery and fluffy and white and clean, I get so excited because I'm just yes, this is my brushes are clean. But then I get so irritated when I go do a smoky look or a colorful look or whatever, and then there's just a blue, purple, orange, red, brown all over my brushes and stuff, and I get so annoyed and I'm just I need to clean you. It's a real hassle. For those of you who clean your brushes every week, I give you a round of applause. I applaud you, sweetie. You are going places. You're doing amazing. As for me, we're not gonna talk about me about when I clean my brushes, because I can be lazy sometimes, and I know a lot of you can be too. So for those of you who can relate, I feel your pain. But yes, let's just jump right in. We're gonna be cleaning my brushes in my bathroom, so you guys are gonna get a small little view of my bathroom. My bathroom's not that big, but we're gonna be in the bathroom cleaning my brushes. So let's get to it. Alright, so we're in my bathroom. You guys can't really see my face. You can only see my body. And I'm sorry if it kind of echoes because I do have the door closed and everything because I didn't want the dog running in and out of here disrupting us. But we are in my bathroom, and at first I'm going to start washing my brushes. So I'm going to put on some warm water. But before we even do that, I should tell you guys. So this right here is what I use to scrub my brushes. It's it's meant for a little face scrubber and exfoliator and all. And I got from Sephora with my bonus points. But instead, when I saw it, I tried to use it on my face. I didn't really like it for my face. It was just, this side was way too harsh on my face, and it kind of hurt and left red streaks all over my face. And then this side was just way too soft, and I felt it wasn't exfoliating nothing. So I was just I'm going to keep this and I'm going to use it for my brushes, and it actually works perfectly for my brushes. It's and it's literally even travel size. You can take it on the go and wash your brushes. Right here we have what I use to clean my brushes. At first, of course, I'm going to wet them first, and then eventually I go with the Garnier cleansing micellar water is what I use to take off the makeup from my brushes. So this is actually, I never did this before. I always used to clean my brushes with just soap and water until my sister and even a makeup artist at Sephora, when I used to work there, told me that using micellar cleanser water for makeup remover will actually remove the makeup from your brush way better, and then eventually you can go in with a really soft soap. So I go in with this daily facial cleanser by Cetaphil, and it actually works amazing because it leaves my brushes really soft, and they're not really harsh on my face and my eyes no more. So this is what I use. So we're gonna get started, and I hope you guys can see my sink. I think you guys can see my sink right here. We're gonna turn on some warm water, as I said before, and we're just gonna get to rinsing my brushes. I'm gonna start off with my face brushes because those are always the brushes that I go with, and I'm going to start with my beauty blender or whatever. It's a bit dirty, so we're just going to do that while the water's a bit cold. Pop that up a little, and then so I have it in the water, and then I'm going to go in with the micellar water, like I said. And I'm just going to put that all over the beauty blender, and I'm just going to squeeze it out. And literally you can see the makeup literally just being all the foundation, concealer, bronzer, whatever I use it for, just being washed out. Sometimes I even like to use this little thingy, as I said, and just pat it like that. And you can even see and I can see even more makeup building up on there. You can kind of see, if you guys can see all that foundation and concealer and stuff. It's just from tapping the beauty blender, and it just rinses off. It's kind of gross when If there's like one thing that I love when I like clean my brushes, it's like really satisfying for me, is like when I see like all the makeup being rinsed off, because it's just like, ew, like you were on my brush and on my beauty blender, like, ugh. Hold on. I don't know what's going on here. So, it was locked. So then I take the Cetaphil and I rub that. And this is, like, you see all of that? You see all of that, like, brown stuff? All of my foundation and concealer just being, like, rinsed off. Now I'm going to go in for another round because beauty blenders are kind of, like, hard to clean because they're, like, literally sponges. And if you don't know this, sponges have one of the most hidden bacteria in them, which is, like, part of the reason why a lot of women break out, a lot of women get, like, stuff on their face, or, like, people, not just women, but people in general, like, sponges are, like, very disgusting. When you, like, learn how, like, the bacteria gets stuck in there and how, like, the bacteria builds up in there and everything. As a chemist, we actually did a lab before in one of my chem classes about sponges, and looking it under a microscope was very alarming and disgusting. So ever since I've seen that, every single time, like, I always, if there's, like, I may be lazy on my brushes, but I will never be lazy on my beauty blender. I actually saw online too that this one girl cleaning her beauty blender, and she put it in the microwave, and she cleaned it, like, she put it in, like, a bowl of water, she put it in the microwave. And I tried that, like, before I started filming back to YouTube. And I don't know what she did that I didn't do, because my beauty blender literally, like, blew up. Like, it literally, I think it was like too much heat or something. It just, like, literally blew up, and I was like, I bet. Obviously, this is not going to work for us. So, now that we see my beauty blender is literally clean and everything. It still has a little bit of foundation. Hold up. We'll be back with a much better beauty blender. There we go. So this is what my beauty blender looks like, all clean and everything. Obviously the top, that's just like stained from like so much usage. So this is like a pretty couple month old beauty blender, but obviously you can see in the bottom it's like pink and it's like clean and everything, and it's like really fluffy. So now I'm just gonna put it on my towel, which I have placed right here on top of my toilet seat, and this is where I'm gonna put my brushes. So the first brush that we're gonna wash is going to be this big brush. It's going to be by Morphe, the E41. It's a really big brush. I don't really use it for my face. It's more so of like a body brush whenever I want to put glitter on my body, you know, and I'm just having a day and I just want to sparkle a little bit and everything. So we're gonna warm it, get it wet underneath the water first. Okay, so I don't know why that brush did that, but I guess we're gonna throw it. It's like a 2-year brush, so yeah. We're just gonna move on. I don't know why that brush, I just did that. That was kind of alarming, but okay. Let us start with, wow. Let us start with the M439 brush. I hope that doesn't act up. So we're gonna water it just a little bit. And then we're gonna grab the little scrubber thingy. I'll call it a little scrub brush thingy. And I'm gonna put micellar water all over my brush. And I'm just gonna rub it on there. And you can see all that water getting rid of all of that bacteria. I don't know if you guys can see, but I'll show you guys. And I just scrub it on there like this. And you can see about like all the foundation and concealer on there. Rinse that off. Now we're going to use some Cetaphil, like I showed you guys, put that all over the brush. And this time around, we're going to use the opposite end, this other part for the soap. We're going to start off with that side. And then we're going to obviously go over to the other side of the scrubber. Scrub, scrub, scrub. We're going to rinse it off. They also, they smell so good too. The micellar water and the cetaphil smells like so like refreshing. But there you have it, a clean brush. And I'm going to put that on the towel as well over here that I have on top of the toilet. So we're just gonna basically go through all my like face brushes and everything, and then eventually we're gonna move on to the eye brushes. So y'all just gonna have to follow along with me. Next up, we're gonna clean the R2. So all of my face brushes are all washed now. I don't really have that many face brushes and everything. So I'm gonna go lay them out on my table on top of the towel, and then I'll be back with the eye brushes, which are the worst brushes that I, with all my heart, dislike, because as much as they do the job and they give me a good like eyeshadow look, I do not like how long it takes to cleanse them and how like tiny they are and how you really got to get down there and scrub, because I take my like eye brushes a bit more serious than my face brushes, even though I don't think that's really allowed, but to me it is, because like those are my eyes and like I don't really want anything crazy in my eyes or anything going crazy around my eye area. But like my face is like, you know, I still take caution, but I'm not as caution the way I am with my eyes, if that makes sense. So I'll be back. All right, so we are back with my eye brushes. So, I mean, I don't think I have a lot compared to a lot of other like YouTubers and anyways and makeup artists and all that, but like I do have quite a couple that will, to the point where it'll irritate me, the fact that I have to wash all of these. So we're gonna get started with washing them. And the same thing that I did for my face brushes is the same exact thing that I'll like do for my eye brushes. Except the only thing that I kind of like about eye brushes is that I can actually like wash two at a time. Actually, I can like, as long as they're like, if they're like the same exact brush, because some of these brushes I have like 2 or 3 of them because I like them that much and because they serve different purposes and everything. I sometimes can like scrub them together and hold them together and scrub, which saves me, I guess it cuts back like 2-3 seconds off my washing brush time. So we'll obviously turn on the warm water again. And then we'll just start off with some brushes. I think I'm going to start off with brushes that I actually have similarity of. So like this golden brush, the R36 or R38. It's either the R36 or R38. Yeah, I have 2 similar ones of them. So I just like wash them together. And obviously I'll put them in water, put some micellar water on them. Scrub on there. And then eventually I use some cetaphil. Now this part I'm gonna like wash one brush at a time because I actually want to like really get in there and get like all the eyeshadow out of it. And then bam. Obviously they're like still a little stained from like usage of like months and all of that, but like they're pretty good from like when you first saw them to now. You can actually see some like white in them, so that's that. And then basically that's just going to be for like all the brushes. Like just like grab them, I water them, my cellar water, soak them down, and I rub them up on the little brush cleanser and all of that. I always like to hold my brushes down. Like I heard from like makeup artists, and I also heard from a couple of YouTubers that like when you wet your brushes, you kind of want to hold them down like this when you wet them, because you don't want to hold them up like that where like the water will drip back down, and then it'll kind of like the glue that's holding the brush together will sometimes loosen up or like start to fade, and then eventually your brush will fall apart. So I always like to hold them down like this whenever I'm washing them, to the best of my ability. Honestly, like I'm not really like, oh my god, the brush is up on the other side, I need to flip it back down. But if I do notice, I will fix it. Sometimes when I like wash my brushes, I love to do colorful looks, but at the same time I don't, because they kind of like stain my brushes the worst. Like this one literally just has like that purple fade, because I did this one purple look before or whatever, and I use this brush, and it just has like that pink purplish tint in the background and all of that, and I'm just like, ugh, like I just want you off. If you guys have any ideas or like any specific things that how you guys clean your brushes that helps take these like shadow stains, comment down below and let me know, because these things kind of irritate me. They make my OCD blow out of control, if I may say. It'll like literally bother me the whole time that I'm like touching my brush or like doing my makeup. I'll just be looking at it and all I see is like a pink hint on my brush, and I'm like, ugh. So we're about like halfway through all my brushes. Right now what I'm left with is basically all my like little tiny detailed brushes that I like to use for like a cut crease and all of that basically, and I'm trying to get by through them because now I'm just getting tired and hungry and annoyed, honestly. So I'm just gonna finish scrubbing those up. Alright, so all of the brushes are clean now, finally. So all that's left is basically just to clean this, because it's just like all brown and dirty and it has color and all of that. So how we're going to clean this is we're going to run some hot water, and I'm going to pour some micellar water on both sides. And I'm just basically, the way I clean my brushes, I'm going to scrub this too. So basically, as all you can see, these are all my brushes right here that I have, you know, all my eye brushes and all my face brushes and everything that I cleaned. Basically just laying them out on a towel, and it takes about a day or two for them to dry. Don't mind the hammer or the box cutters or the drill that I have on my desk. That's just like, I've been installing some things on my wall, and the box cutters are just from work. But yeah, this is exactly what my brushes look like. I don't really have a lot of brushes. I can do a lot with just like a little bit of brushes. I love these brushes a lot, except for that one Morphe one that like kind of just like bailed on me out of nowhere, just like out of... Alright y'all, so we finished cleaning our brushes. I showed you guys like obviously what they look like now that they're drying and everything. That basically concludes the end of this video. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow me on Instagram as well if you want to. Also, don't forget to comment down below about how you guys clean your brushes and what you guys use to clean brushes, and like what tools you guys use to clean your brushes. Sometimes, like as I said, while I was can't even talk. While I was cleaning my brushes and everything, I was saying about how sometimes I really like don't like the stains that they like leave behind. Like, let me show you guys. Like, I showed you guys earlier this, but like I like just like those like eyeshadow stains, like I do not like that at all. So if you guys have any other better ideas or better techniques on how to clean your brushes and how to be better at cleaning them and how to get all the eyeshadow and all the makeup off, please comment down below. Other than that, I hope to see you guys on my next video. Mwah.